How's everybody doing? Tacoma Comics here. I got a little box from my friend JP out there in Texas by way of Chicago, by way of C2E2. These comics have gone from Washington to Texas to Chicago to Texas and now back to Washington. So they have been around the block, as they say, and back again. Pretty happy to have them because they were all mine originally, except for one that he bought for me. And you know how it is when you part with some of your favorite comics, it kind of freaks you out. Well, they all came back to me safe and sound. Super happy to share them with you in a moment. As soon as I go through my OCD of folding the bubble wrap neatly. There we go. Hey, John. How you doing? So let's see what we got here. We got a little Star Wars mug and some coffee. Empire Strikes Back, to be precise. So the only damage that happened to any of these is this top loader cracked somewhere. Now I can't see where the crack is, but there is a crack in it. Anyway, I got this. Thanks, John. I'll try to watch yours in a minute too. I'm going to take this out. This is, it's right down the bottom that we got the crack in here. So that's pretty useless, but I kept it in for the ride home. So we got, well, it was sent medium mail. I don't know. It could have just been the weight. Could have been when I sent it to John. Could have been when John took it to Chicago. Could have been when John took it from Chicago back to Texas. I don't know. Anyway, there is Stephanie Hahn's variant for Ironheart, signed by Stephanie Hahn's and signed by Eve Ewing. I can't really read Eve's signature, but there's Eve. I can't read the Ewing at all. And I got 2 copies of that one, so that may make its way to an auction or a trade at some point. You know how it is when you want 2 of like your favorite comic by your favorite artist, and then you don't want 2 after a while. So I found this one at and take it out because I wrote on the Mylar. I found this at Half Price Books. It already had John Layman's signature on, so I'm like, cool. I'm going to get Rob to sign that, so I'll have one with both of them signed. And this is that famous one, issue number 1 first print that I got for $1.50, worth about $200 raw. It's got a tiny, minuscule tape hole right here. And that's where I had asked him to sign it. I actually put a hole there, said, please sign on the tape pull. But I guess Rob signed it here. Funny story, JP says he didn't want to sign it at all. He's like, you know how much that book's worth? I don't want to sign that. And you know, because I don't do CGC signature series. I'm not getting books signed for their worth. I'm getting them signed because I like to get them signed. So apparently he was reluctant to sign it, but he signed it in the end. So I now have issue number 1 signed by Rob Guillory, which I think is pretty darn cool. Hopefully I'll run into John Layman at some point. Thank you, Omega. Appreciate it. Got some more Ironheart number 1. That's Eve Ewing signature. I don't know why she was using a gold. It didn't come across too well. Here she used black on this one. So I think that one turned out much better. Got some Art Germ signatures. I already had Matt Rosenberg's signature on this. Now I got Art Germ and Matt Rosenberg on that Phoenix Resurrection. And then on Ghost Spider, I guess the line ran too long, or he was charging too much money, or he had a limit of numbers he would sign. So I did not get a signature on that. And that's okay. Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel Generations. I got Stephanie Hahn's on that. And then super psyched. Wish the tape wasn't covering up her face, but on that Captain Marvel Virgin variant, boom, Stephanie Hahn's signature right there. And then on my Miss Marvel Virgin variant by Stephanie Hahn's, I got her signature again. So really super stoked with both of those. Going to probably get this one signed by G. Willow Wilson. Either next Wednesday, she's doing a book reading and signing at a bookstore in Seattle. I don't feel like going to Seattle on a Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So I'm hoping she'll be at the local comic book shop for Free Comic Book Day, where she's been the last two years in a row. But she might not, because I know she's super tired from her book tour, as I would be if I was being flown around the country and showing up at different bookstores and reading the same damn stuff and signing the same damn things over and over. A little more art germ goodness on this. Still not sure what the heck this is. Mary Jane with the X-23 claws and the Spider-Man and or Deadpool belt and the katana, Psylocke katana, whatever. It's a beautiful comic, and I got Art Germ signature on it, as did I with this one, which again, I cannot wait to get G. Willow Wilson's signature on that as well. And then this one I was so reluctant to part with, right? Because I wanted to get Jen Bartel on this, but Jen Bartel lives out west now, probably Portland, maybe Seattle, I don't know. But anyway, the chances of getting her to sign this are a lot greater than me running into E-Viewing again. So I chose to send this one. E-Viewing signed it. And then finally, one more, Ironheart #1. So there's, I think, all of the Ironheart #1s. Great comic. I loved issue 1, 2, and 3. Did not love issue 4 so much, but so far it's been pretty good. Cosmic Ghost Rider. Boom. Stephanie Hans. Get Donnie Cates. Donnie Cates is a nice guy, but he charges $5 for signature. So I don't know if I'm going to get him to sign that. Tiny little dent down in the corner there. This happened with the books the first time I sent them to JP, apparently. So not much I can do about that. I got Farmhands #1, signed by Rob Guillory. 2 copies of that. One will go in the PC. One may show up for auction. I'm not sure. Dark Red. I've only read the preview of this. I've not read the whole thing. I know some people were saying it was overdone, over the top. They didn't like it. Yada yada yada. I'll give it a shot. See how it turns out. And let's see. The last 2 comics are. This is. Who was the artist? This is Art Adams, I think. So either Art Adams never showed up, or Art Adams was never going to be there, or JP couldn't get to the Art Adams line because it was too long. But I don't have an Art Adams signature on this, which is okay. And then this one as well by Art Adams, I don't have an Art Adams signature on. So all in all, super nice to get a haul from a con that you didn't go to. Always enjoy that. I got to give my super most bestest appreciation to JP. That's right. Oh, I forgot that story. Thank you. Yeah, Art Adams' wife, I think Joyce Chin, is that his wife? Am I making up names now? Because I know there's a GoFundMe for her right now. I think that's who his wife is. She got sick. He doesn't have a car, so he had to get like a ride to the hospital, and yeah, he pulled out. So best of luck to him and to his wife. And I can do without a signature. Obviously, health of the loved ones comes first. I have his signature on the black and white 1 in 100 version of this. This is, hey Gomez, how you doing, broski? This is the 1 in 50 variant. I still think this is a super undervalued comic. You can find the black and white on Amazon right now for about $125. It's definitely worth a pickup. I think I still think this comic is going to explode, because it's not the first appearance of Miss Marvel. It's the 4th appearance of Miss Marvel. The 2nd full appearance, but 1st overall appearance. And it's her first series, first solo series, obviously. But the reason why, this is a 1 in 50. And when the comic first came out, she wasn't the big character that she is now. And then there is the 1 in 100 sketch variant. I think those are two comics to really be on the look for if you're looking for value. I sold my 9/8 to Contender a while ago for like 150, 200 or something. But I have raw copies of both of those. So those are definitely 2 comics I suggest people look for, because I think that they will go up in value if you want to collect for value. Obviously, collect what you like, and then you'll never be disappointed. But we all want the big money too. And so that's it. I don't have any more comics coming in. I have slowed down for a while. I have like the Virgin variants of the 4th and 5th printing of Die, and 2 more copies of Die number 5, and I think that is it. So one more time, if you haven't seen the announcement, on Sunday at 2 o'clock West Pacific Coast time, excuse me, I'll be doing a live show with John's Comics with Kids, DC Comic Queen, Bear Island Comics, and 1 or 2 others. We will be going over Die. Anybody is welcome to join us. Just shoot me a message on Instagram or leave a comment in here. Whatever software I use to run it, I'll take as many people as can fit. And yeah, exactly, Gomi. Who knows? But yeah, so I'm going to do that. Should be about an hour long if we can contain ourselves. I know we could probably talk about the comic forever. I know we'll have some giveaways. So we'll have a Comic Mint number 1 variant, and I'll probably have an extra copy of number 5 to give away to faithful, loyal listeners, or somebody who throws something silly in the chat or something like that. So, stay tuned, pay attention. Should be good times. Other than that, I just wanted to do a little quick live show, get these out of the way. And that's about it for me today, guys. So thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you all later.